a quiet kitchen where the morning light gently touches the counter, today, something extraordinary is about to be created. Not just a dessert, but a rich, moist, indulgent chocolate cake inspired by the timeless Black Forest flavors. A cake so soft, so flavorful, so aromatic that one bite will stay in your memory for days. And it all begins with a simple bowl. Take 200 grams of plain flour, soft, fine, and ready to be transformed. Pour it into the bowl like the foundation of a masterpiece. Now add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/3 teaspoon of baking soda, the 2 tiny ingredients responsible for making this cake rise like a dream. Next comes the heart of the flavor, 20 grams of cocoa powder, elegant, deep, and dark, falling like velvet dust into the bowl. Add 150 grams of brown sugar, its caramel richness blending perfectly with the chocolate. Now, mix. Mix slowly, gently, watching the colors merge, turning into a soft cocoa brown blend that already smells heavenly. Then, the moment of richness arrives. Crack 3 medium eggs, one by one, letting them slide into the bowl, bringing life, structure, and softness. Now add 150 grams of salted butter, melted and warm, not too hot, just enough to melt into the mixture like silk. The salt in the butter enhances the chocolate, giving the cake a deeper, richer, more addictive flavor. Whisk this mixture for 20 to 30 seconds, just enough to combine it into a smooth, shiny batter. Feel the texture begin to change, thicker, creamier, richer. Now add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, a little touch of comfort and softness. Whisk again for 20 to 30 seconds. The batter becomes glossy, velvety, irresistible. But a Black Forest-inspired cake needs something more, a surprise inside. Add your Black Forest chocolate or fruit mix, pieces of fruit, chocolate chips, or dark cherry bits. Fold it gently. Let everything come together. Every swirl of the spoon brings you closer to a cake that will melt hearts. Now take your baking pan, 25x11x6 cm, a perfect 3-pound loaf pan. Grease it lightly or line it with parchment paper. Pour the thick, chocolatey batter inside. Watch it settle, smooth the top. This is the moment where preparation becomes transformation. Preheat your oven to 175 degrees C, 350 degrees. Place the pan gently inside. Close the oven door, and for 35 to 40 minutes, let the heat work its magic. As the minutes pass, the kitchen fills with the aroma of warm chocolate, a smell that brings comfort, nostalgia, and happiness. A smell that tells you something wonderful is baking. The timer beeps softly. You open the oven door, and there it is, a beautiful, risen chocolate cake. Warm, soft, full of promise. While it is still warm, and this is important, take a thin wooden skewer or a fork and gently poke holes across the top of the cake. These tiny tunnels will carry flavor deep inside. Now take 2 to 3 tablespoons of cherry preserve, jam, or jelly. Let its deep red color and sweet aroma fill the air. Spoon it slowly over the cake. Let it sink into the holes. Let the flavor seep through every layer. What you are creating is not just a cake. You're creating a dessert with emotion. A cake that tastes like comfort, celebration, and joy, all in one bite. Now melt 100 grams of chocolate, smooth, glossy, rich. Pour it over the warm cake. Watch it glide across the top like a silky chocolate waterfall. Spread it evenly. Let it coat the cake in a shiny, irresistible layer. Then, the final touch, a rain of chocolate sprinkles scattered gently over the top. They add texture, charm, and that final visual magic. Now let the cake rest for 15 to 20 minutes. This short rest helps the flavors settle. The cherry sinks deeper. The chocolate sets beautifully. And the aroma becomes even richer. You slice into it, soft, moist, warm. A perfect blend of chocolate and cherry. This is more than a recipe. This is a moment. A dessert that can turn an ordinary day into something special. A cake that says, you are worth the sweetness. You deserve something delicious. This is your treat. And as you serve it, 1 slice, 2 slices, you witness smiles, comfort, joy. Because this chocolate cake, with its Black Forest soul, brings happiness with every bite. Thank you for watching. Thank you for cooking. And thank you for sharing this delicious moment. Rich and moist, a Black Forest-style chocolate cake, truly unforgettable.